Good morning everyone, welcome to Yoga with Heini. I'm Heini and today we're going to do a quick wake up yoga sequence to get us ready for the day ahead. Let's get started. I have in detail videos of some of the asanas that we do in this sequence, and I'll add a link to those videos at the end of this video so you can check them out later if you want to learn a bit more about certain poses. Now for our morning practice, you don't need any props, nothing extra, just yourself and your practice space, maybe a coffee cup or tea mug there next to your mat if you want, but nothing extra really needed. And just find yourself into an easy seat for a minute or two. Where do you feel you can sit comfortably, maybe close your eyes for a moment. And I suggest bringing one hand to your chest, other hand to your belly. And just check into your breathing before we start moving. Take a few slightly deeper breaths. Breathing down to your hands. Allowing the chest, the belly to start moving with each breath in and out. And just kind of checking in how you're feeling this morning. You've gotten out of bed, up to moving. So how are you feeling going into the practice this morning? Take another few breaths in and out. And as we start to move, respect your body, respect how you're feeling this morning. And if anything feels like it's too much for this morning, don't push it, don't force your body. Allow this to be a gentle wake-up call so that you'd feel good getting ready for the day ahead. And now with your next couple of breaths, release your hands down and come into a seat where you can lean onto your hands. So it might be nice to turn other way around on the mat so that you have some space behind you, in front of you. Step your feet a bit wider apart, lean on to the hands, and then start to gently swing the legs from side to side, so like a seated windshield wipers movement. Getting the hips, getting the spine gently moving. We'll do a couple more swings from here. Continue to breathe as we move more. And then bring your both knees to the left side of your mat. Come into a seated deer. And we're going to twist to the left. So you're sitting more on the left hip, right hand on the left knee or thigh. Inhale and exhale, twisting towards your left side. Maybe even turning your gaze towards the left. Take one more breath in and out. You can keep breathing all the way down to the belly. And then exhale, release that twist. Lean on to your hands and a couple of times again swing the knees to right, to left. And then come into that deer on the other side. So knees come to the right side, sitting on the right hip. I have my left hand on the right knee, right hand on the mat. And inhale, exhale, twisting now to the right, kind of over that right leg. And breathe all the way down towards the belly. Take one more breath in and out. And Then as you exhale, slowly release that twist and lean onto hands, swinging knees to left, to right. Once more, come into that deer, sitting on the left hip. Now slip both hands over that left leg. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale, bend the elbows, lean a bit further down to the mat. Waking up the arms a bit. And inhale, press yourself up away from the mat. Lean to your hands once more, swing to right, swing to left. And then into that last deer, sitting on the right hip, knees come to the right side. And step both hands on the mat over that right leg. Inhale. And exhale, bend the elbows, lower yourself down closer to the mat. And inhale, lift yourself back up. Come back to the center. And now cross your legs, so cross-legged seat. And then bring hands over the legs, coming onto all fours. If you run out of space in front of you, shuffle a bit back so that you have room behind you and in front of you. And just let yourself find that all fours pose. Tuck the toes under. And then as you exhale, lean back towards the toes. Allow pelvis to come closer to heels. Let the head come down. And inhale, come forward onto hands and release the toes. Come into like a lazy upward dog, big cobra pose. You can rock a bit from side to side. And then exhale, lift yourself back onto hands and knees. Tuck the toes under and rock the weight back to the feet, back to the toes. Head can come down. And again, as you inhale, come forward onto hands. Release the toes. And again, opening through the front, pelvis coming down. A bit of rocking from side to side. So just gently waking up the body. One more time. Exhale, lift the pelvis off the mat. Tuck the toes under. Lean the pelvis towards the feet. Allow head to come down. And then inhale, come onto hands, but this time we lift into downward dog. So lift your pelvis up, going all the way up. Head can drop down. You can shake the head a bit from side to side. And here, allow yourself to move. We continue to wake up the body. So let your feet move. You can bend and straighten the knees a couple of times. Take one more breath in and out in this downward dog. And then as you exhale, bring your knees down to the mat. And staying on your knees, now reach your arms up towards the ceiling, opening the chest. And then exhale, bring hands down behind the back, hands supporting the lower back. Now start to open the chest, a mini back bend. Think about breathing to the chest. The inhalations, lifting chest up. Nothing too intense, just a very gentle opening through the chest. Take one more breath in and out. And then exhale. Release that back bend. And you can release the toes. Come down into child's pose. And you can bring arms down next to your legs, next to the sides. Breathe in and out. And then slowly reach the arms back overhead. And inhale onto hands and knees. Tuck the toes under. We'll lift back into downward dog. Pelvis flying up, breathing in and out there. And then as you exhale, slide your right knee on the mat, close to hands, coming into gate pose. You can step right hand a bit further forward. And inhale, turn your pelvis, your chest to the long side of the mat. And start to open the chest. Maybe the left arm goes a bit further behind you. Take one more breath in and out. And then exhale, closing the chest. Bring both hands down. And now leave your left hand down. Inhale, twisting to the right. So right arm reaching up, maybe even moving a bit behind you. And exhale, bring both hands down. And we step back into downward dog, lifting the pelvis up, head dropping down. And then as you exhale, bring your knees back down to the mat. And again, we come standing up on the knees. With inhalation, lengthen arms up, opening the chest. And this time, as you exhale, bring arms down behind the back. You can interlock fingers and open the chest. Inhaling towards the chest. Again, just a gentle, gentle opening through the front line. So more for the chest, for the shoulders. Now hands and arms can sink down behind the pelvis. Take one more breath in and out. And then exhale, release down into child's pose. And you could keep arms behind the back if that feels good. Bring hip down. And you could still have your hands together, fingers interlocked, and maybe lift the arms just away from the back. So keeping hands together, opening the shoulders just a bit. Not too high up, more thing about hands reaching behind you. Take one more breath in and out. And then exhale, release the hands, the arms down. And then slide hands back to the top of the mat. Inhale onto hands and knees. Again, tuck the toes under. Exhale into downward facing dog. Head dropping down. We'll come into the gate, the twist on the other side. So now as you exhale, bring your left knee forward, close to the hands. Leave the right leg extended. Step left hand under left shoulder. And as you inhale, now turn your chest, pelvis to the other long side of the mat. And maybe opening the chest a bit. Maybe right arm going a bit behind you. Breathe in and out. And exhale, look down, bring your hands to the mat. And now leave your right hand down. Inhale, reaching left arm up, opening the chest. Breathing here. And then exhale, bring both hands to the mat. And we step into our last downward dog. Couple breaths in and out. Move whatever you feel that needs to be moved right now. Maybe hips, maybe shoulders. Breathe in and out. And then as you exhale, bring both knees to the mat. And from here, cross your ankles, your shins, or bring legs around kind of sideways so that you could then lean the pelvis back. Come into a cross-legged seat again. Make this a comfortable seat. Take a couple of breaths in and out. If you feel that you need to move the wrist joints, you could do a few circles with your wrists. Often in the morning, the back line feels a bit tense, so we're gonna go open the back line from here. So staying in that seat, inhale, and then exhale, slowly roll down. Coming into forward bend, you can walk your hands further forward. Allow your head, your neck to lean down. You could rock a bit from side to side. So allow the body to move. If you want, you could bring elbows down to the mat. And just settle down into that forward bend for a moment. Head can lean all the way down. Breathe to the back side of the body. Take one more breath in and out. And then as you inhale, roll the back up. And lean on to your hands. Open the chest. Big breath in. And then change your legs the other way round. Just so you have the other leg in front in that cross-legged seat. Inhale. And exhale, leaning again down into forward bend. Now the other leg in front. And again, just slowly give yourself time to find that forward bend. You could rock a bit from side to side. You could slowly come even down onto elbows if that feels like a good idea now. And send a few more breaths to your back side. Maybe finding just a moment of stillness in that forward bend. And then with inhalation, slowly, slowly bring yourself back into a seat. You could roll the shoulders, maybe turn your head from side to side a couple of times. And then let yourself stay in that seat. We'll take another moment here. We're coming to the end of our practice this morning. If you want, you could bring one hand to your chest, the other hand down to the belly. And just soften your gaze down towards the mat. Just a quick check in how you're feeling now, coming to the end of the practice. Take another few breaths in and out. Getting yourself ready for the day ahead. And remind yourself to keep your breath calm. You have that breath you can go back to at any point of your day if you need a bit more calm. Before we close the practice, you could bring your palms together in front of the chest. And as always, thank yourself for bringing yourself onto the mat this morning, checking in how you're feeling today. And I thank you all for joining in, and I wish you a wonderful day after this. Namaste. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining in this morning. If you like the sequence, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, like the video. It helps these videos a lot. And you can also subscribe to the channel. And if you click that little bell icon, you'll get notified of any future videos that I publish. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye.